everybody, and welcome to our redesigned overlay by the lovely Alyssa Vamp. That is over to this side of me on screen. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for waiting for us. We're here.
Yeah. I hope everybody is doing well today. I know I am with these lovely people who I miss very much from the break we took last week. But I'll do a quick recap of what happened last week and after our lovely players introduce themselves. Let's start backwards on the way that you are on my screen. So we'll start with RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. Today I'll be playing Roland Granbrook, cleric sorcerer half elf.
I just realized some people are in the wrong spot. Thank you, Jen. Let me fix that.
While that's being fixed, I'll introduce myself. Hi, everybody. My name is Satan, and today I'll be your DM in this homebrew world that we call God's Hollow or Nexus Adventures, where I take my friends through what I personally like to go call a telenovela disguised as a D&D game. But oh,
I'm working on fixing it. Hang on.
yeah, no, you're fine. Sorry, it went black. But before we go over there, I'll keep talking to get some time. Um, we did take a break last week, so hopefully you guys saw that episode or be caught up. But I will give you a little recap at the end of this introduction. Now that windows are fixed, Jen, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jin. I go by she, her. I'll be playing Milo, who goes by he, him, and he is an Oathbreaker paladin. He is an Azamar.
Amazing. And our very lovely guest, Sauce.
Why, hello there. I'm Saucefire, also Gray. I'll be playing Royal Butterfield, the halfling fighter. We both use he, him.
Amazing. And last but certainly not least, our lovely host and producer, Sarah.
Hey, y'all. I am Sarah. I'll be playing Lucy, she, her. I am also she, her. And she's the Changeling Wizard Warlock. What else do I normally do? Sorry, I have been fixing Windows because there's a lot going on. I. Gosh. Squirrels in my brain. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. We are a charity channel in this house. You will see things like channel points, bits, and sub rewards on your screen. You can affect our gameplay, and all of that money gets donated when I get a Twitch payout to the trevorproject.org. This is something our community has been doing for several months now, and we've been consistently raising money and giving it to people who very much need it. And this is also our first TTRPG stream with closed captioning. And the channel is now fully closed captioned and hopefully more accessible for everyone. So, welcome. We're excited to have you here.
And with that, let's get into what you guys did last session. So, last session, you finally made landfall on the Dread Isles, or Land of the Undead, or No Man's Land. This piece of land, this island, has many unfortunate names, and none of them inspire anything good. You were able to make your way onto the strangely off-colored and what you figured out to be sand made out of bone beaches with that would lead out to these dark, craggy rocks. You made your way inland, fought a few undead, unsettling undead, that moved faster than what you were expecting. And from that, you discovered a teleportation circle. One that, after talking with your patron, Lucy, you discover was not one of the teleportation circles that they had used in the war when they were there. All those teleportation circles had been destroyed. So this was something that she was not aware about. After a few interactions with each other and a night spent there recovering, You used the teleportation circle and you ended up in what could only be described as a pantry of sorts, a pantry of magical components. With you trying to steal and rearrange certain things, Lucy took the initiative and went out to explore wherever it is that you were, and you found a very interesting looking man, a very tall Cambion, it seemed, red skin, dark hair, horns that went back, and large pair of wings on his back. And it was a bit of the Spider-Man memes, like, "Oh, you, what are you doing here?" Type of thing. Like, "Are you gonna attack? Am I gonna attack? What's going on?" But with that, everybody was introduced to Sacronus, the name of our Cambion, and he agreed to help you find information despite the interesting introduction you all had to him. And that's where we left off. So you are at the library, it seems, he has told you, of this old island. And he has started to lead you outside of the room where you were all having tea and getting to know each other. What are you all doing?
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. Technically, it's not my place. I mean, it is. I didn't build it.
Well, I'm technically a doctor, but you know who deals in technicalities.
I
Don't
feel like when it comes to doctors, technicalities are a bit more weighted.
leans over to Lucy. Don't tell Anthony I'm technically a doctor.
You're technically a doctor. Is your doctorate in art history?
No, it's medicine.
You're just a doctor then. There's nothing technical about it.
Well, you have researcher doctors, then you have like actual physicians, and he'll go off on a tirade about the difference, but no distinction.
I
Uh,
still don't
uh,
get it.
Royal will lean over to Milo. I'm starting to think he might not actually be a doctor.
Maybe maybe, maybe, maybe you should just stay with me, Royal, because I'll keep you up.
Heyo.
I put up the picture of our lovely Cambium friend for y'all to see. And I will move you over to a map. Uh, when you are following Socrates through the library, it seems that you are in a spire of sorts, a tall building. And when you look out the windows, you can see craggy rocks surrounding you. And at one point, you see a cliffs that lead out to nothingness, and mist that covers it, so you're not able to see what is down there or how far it goes, and a perilous looking bridge that connects the library to the next bit of land. But as you walk around the library, you see, for all intents and purposes, for a island that has been abandoned and used for war and has experienced a god war of very high and extensive magical means, it's pretty well intact. Even though there are some places in the roof that are open, you can see that as you make your way, some of the lower levels are a bit more destroyed, though it seems the books that have been there have been taken away and put somewhere safe, presumably by Sarkonis himself. But as you're walking, he looks back. So, what exactly do you need information on?
Oh, any artifacts that are in the area that pertain to the war and the people who fought in it?
Maybe some locales that were hotspots during the war.
An address I can write you at.
I was told not to ask questions, so I'm still not even sure why we're here.
You can ask questions that revolve around our work here.
That was specifically what I was not supposed to ask about.
So, artifacts, locations, no questions, and my address.
Yeah?
Right.
If you use
Well,
a paper bird, Milo, you don't even need an address, just a name.
All right, I got your name.
right.
Knowing that he can't ask questions, Royal will raise a hand
Yes,
to
Milo.
try.
Yeah. Yes, Royal.
I did not say yes, my love. Yes, Royal.
Uh, you will tell me where the bathroom is.
Well, you can ask nicely, but the bathroom is just through that door over there.
Thank you. And Royal will rush that way.
Is your friend all right?
I'm honestly not
No.
sure.
He ate a lot of cheese curds.
Oh,
Is Royal lactose?
Yeah,
I'm very glad there are multiple bathrooms in this building. Then
I could fix it, but I choose not to.
You can lay
My-
on hands to fix lactose intolerance.
Milo, could you please just fix it while we're here? Maybe don't tell him, just do it sneakily.
I'll do it when he comes back.
Great.
right. Um. Well, based on the information that you're asking for, it depends on which war. Since there are many wars that happened here, specifically, obviously the most famous one, the God Wars, as well as the wars that happened afterwards that took place on the outskirts of this island. Now, you must know that this library has been out of use since probably during the God Wars, since this island was decimated. So it does not particularly have a lot of information on that, and I could find something for artifacts. It depends on what you're looking for. There are many artifacts it might speak of that may or may not exist on this plane and other planes. I might need something more concrete. It doesn't pertain to a specific deity or magical school or location or.
All we know is that it pertains to a chaotic god who was locked away during the God War.
Right. Okay. During the God War, I'm not sure how much information on that the library will have.
I can make a few calls and see if I can get more information.
Right. So you're here for an artifact. That's what I'm getting at, right?
Yes.
Right. And the artifact pertains to this chaotic god. You don't happen to have a name of said god, or
I've asked a few times, no one will give it to me.
that's almost always bad.
Do they have a title?
No.
Oh. Can I make a history check to try and like at least parse out some of the runes that were on the mind break sword?
So retroactive perception check or history check?
Yeah. Well, he would like write out a few of them on like a piece of parchment and show Sarkonis.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. Dumb boy 14. Not bad.
Okay, 14. You remember some of them. and you're able to write them down. Maybe not perfectly, but enough that you know what they are, and anybody looking at them would be able to learn of what they are. Let me make a roll for him. So let's see if he knows anything about this. Uh, history.
Has its eyes on you.
Oh, nice. Non-natural 20. He does. Um, he will look at the symbols that you have given to him, and you see his face go pensive, his brows furrow a bit, um, and as he's looking at the paper, his eyes move back up to you, or down to you, because he is 8 feet tall. Um, well, this is the one of these is the symbol for chaos. Makes sense if that's what you're looking for. Um, the other ones pertain, it seems, to a specific type of magic. It has a more primordial type of sigil in it. It seems like it might link up to something from the outer planes, or
Yeah, that tracks. The woman using it was kind of chaotic and outer planey.
A
I
former
can't.
angel.
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's sad.
hope it wasn't my mom.
Well, if it was,
Lu-
my condolences. She tried to kill me
Yeah.
first.
She was acting more like a mother-in-law than actual mother, so
Okay. Not my mom then.
Lucy's gonna step away from the group and try her tattoo to her patron.
Hmm.
Ron's gonna, with Sarkonas's permission, peruse the library.
Yes. Do be careful of the areas where the stone is a bit loose. I only know so much renovation, so
Will do.
but yes. Um so he does motion for you to peruse as much as you want to. Before we go to Lucy and your patron, Royal, are you going to the bathroom or are you going somewhere else?
I'm glad you caught on. Royal is gonna snoop.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you snooping?
I don't trust. Call me crazy, but this person that literally looks like the devil does not have Royal's trust. So Royal is uh, probably checking side rooms, seeing if any in Royal's head one of these is going to open up, and there's just going to be like an altar with like a sacrifice already on it.
Okay.
Uh,
Um, are you going back up or are you staying within the floor that he led you to?
uh, I'm guessing Royal just kind of ran off in the direction that he pointed
Mm-hmm.
where the washroom was.
Yeah.
So Royal's just searching that area.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
I am terrible at these, but Royal doesn't know that. I got a 6.
A 6. Okay. A 6. You are making your way through the library. You pass the door where he said the washroom was, and you are making your way through several different aisles of books. They all look older, definitely more academic. Um, but with your investigation check, you can tell that there's something following you, definitely. And every time you look out of the corner of your eye, you see a shadow moving.
Oh. Somehow I knew there would be spooky shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Royal probably thinks to himself. Uh, so I think Royal's checking like just random books to see if any of them are will release
Secret
like
doors.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. You can make another investigation check. I would say with disadvantage since you're just pulling out random books and you got
Yeah, with
a
with
six.
great abandon.
Yeah.
I assume none of them are in halfling, so Royal Royal doesn't know what the books
There
say.
are some that are in halfling.
Yeah. First roll is a nat 20.
Okay.
Second roll, ooh, that is a 17.
Oh, okay. A 17, not bad. You search for a secret door. You're pulling off books. Are you putting them back or just throwing them out?
Uh, oh gosh. See, I would put them back. I think Royal would just toss them aside.
Okay, so you're tossing these books aside. They are uh, muted thunks that hit the floor, that sound off when the books hit the floor. And as you are doing that, you see more shadows move around you and a sort of whispery type voice and what seems to be a hiss starting to surround you.
Oh, that's not good. Um, we've had time for a rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Royal is going to lift up his shirt again, slap his tattoo, and turn himself into a very small devil, or at least cast uh, what spell is it again? Cast disguise self to make himself look like a very small devil,
All right.
but in royal form. So
But in
same pot
royal
belly,
form.
same little horns.
Okay, so it's just you, red skin, horns, and little wings.
Yeah, maybe
Okay,
maybe a little tail.
middle little tail. Okay, you do this, but the noises keep coming closer, and you see a shadow dart out. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, with gusto. This is +4. Oh, sorry, dexterity saving throw or dexterity check?
Uh,
It's the same thing. It's a
Saving
7.
throw. Okay, one second. Let's see what we found. Okay, so as you are surrounded by this echoing whispers and hisses and throwing books on the floor, you feel this weight just kind of hit you smack in the chest and pushes you down on the floor on your back. And on top of you, you see this rather large figure, shadowy, that seems to both be there and not be there, and has multiple eyes on their face. You see this cat, this large feline, with spikes coming out of its body, and you hear an echoing and overlapping hiss and growl.
uh, I think Royal will draw his rapier and say, "You won't be feeling fine when I'm done with you." And if you want to switch over to somebody else.
With that, we're going to switch back to Lucy. Lucy, you are you made your way you stepped away from the group to try your tattoo to your patron, and it seems that here whatever Socrotus has done to make this place a livable place seems to ward off a bit of the magic that has been impregnated into this island. So your connection to your patron comes a little bit easier than before. Still struggling, but a little bit easier, and you can feel the connection take.
Well, do I have a surprise for you?
You know me, I love surprises.
Are you feeling okay? You sound a little deep, a little raspy. Frog in your throat?
No.
Hmm.
What can I do for you?
Well, we found a library here. Have we gotten the name of what the library was?
Nope.
Okay. We found a library here, mostly intact. A Cambian gentleman is running it and keeping it from crumbling to the ground. He's offered to help us find information, but we don't have much to go on right now. Have you heard anything from Kat about what might actually be here? A generic shape
Hmm.
of an object?
Let me double check my correspondence with our lovely Cataclysmia. Give me a moment, please.
Take your time.
Hmm. There's waiting music.
her patron is just saying baby shark do 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 baby shark in Lucy's head right now.
um, it does take a few minutes, but she does let you know it seems to be another weapon.
All right.
I'm not exactly sure what the weapon is. Something a bit different. It seems to have been mixed with another type of magic.
Okay. Well, does it give a general category? Like, am I looking for something that's stabby stabby, or something that's more like a whip, or something that's more like I'm going to bonk you over the head with it?
Surprisingly, a combination.
Great. So we'll look for a little bit of everything.
Yes. Going by your last endeavors with these objects, whatever the artifact is, will have had a big change and effect on the area surrounding it.
Okay.
The magic in those artifacts is strong, and much like the angel it corrupted might corrupt the land around it or anybody or anything that is near it.
Well, good to know. How do you feel about expanding your library?
I would love to.
Well, Milo seems quite taken with our Cambian friend. He might be able to facilitate moving this library to yours.
You really do like picking up strays, don't you?
Hey, you picked up me first. I'm only doing what I've learned.
Right. Well, how about I leave it up to you to vet this Cambion?
All right.
Think of it as a bonus mission.
Hmm.
With
This is going to
bonus
be fun.
rewards. Alright then. Should you need anything else, I will try to contact Cataclysmia or anybody else that has been working on this project and try to get you more information. Yes?
Thank you. I'll let you know if we find anything. And she'll end the call there.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll go back to the group and report.
Uh, go ahead.
So we're looking for something that can do multiple types of damage and is likely affecting the area around it in the same way the last one was.
Okay. You come into the room and you say that. While you were talking to your patron, Milo, what were you doing? You were left alone with this gentleman.
Oh, he is flirting with this Cambion. He's asking questions about their work, about what they do, why did why this particular island, what research they like, stuff like that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
All right. 13.
13. He divulges some information. He starts telling you that he found a way to make it to this library. He had heard many things about a great library that was lost to war and the magic here. Um, he doesn't divulge how he got into the library or how his research started, but he goes more into the direction of, it was a bit of a fixer upper, but I've done the best I can to preserve the books in this library and the knowledge. I would love to be able to move the knowledge that's here to a more open and public library, but as you can tell, it's a bit hard to get from here to somewhere else that's outside of this island.
I may know a spot if you want to go.
All right. What is the spot?
But I have to ask permission first because it's not exactly my spot. But I think you'd like it there.
Well, that's wonderful. The problem is getting off this island and coming back to recruit to recover the books. I'm with the size of this library has, I believe, let's see, it has 5 spires, and the main building itself has one big tower and about 3 rooms, 3 large rooms. So it's a bit hard to move all the information at once and
But you could
coming
do it in
to.
stages.
Yes, the problem is that coming to and from this island is a bit difficult, as magic is a little wonky here sometimes. And setting up a teleportation circle would require someone to be here for a year to set up such a teleportation circle and all that.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses, not a lot of production. So,
So I will have you know that I've gone through many different plans in my time here.
sure. And you're still on this rock.
You're quite a rude little fellow, aren't you?
That's what they told me when I escaped from the cult. But hey, here I am.
Leans out from the side of a bookshelf. I'm sorry, did you say you're part of a cult?
I was. Don't worry about it, Rylan.
Were you the leader or
No, I was the enforcer.
leans back around bookshelf?
Seems rude and
So,
interesting. All right.
yeah. So if you writes down his address, ever want to come visit me, we can get your books off this dread little island. Slips it into his shirt pocket. Come and see me. You
Right.
know, if you're out of excuses.
Right. Well, seems you lot made it here a bit easier, so it's
We took a boat.
well, yes, but
I mean, boats carry a lot of things. You could literally put tons of books on boats.
right.
Cool. We should get this thing underway. I mean, what, 2 boats per trip? Make sure to get in and out.
Possibly. I will see what can be done about that then. Um
You should go show me your room. I bet it's really nice.
uh
Come on. Wraps an arm around
Oh,
his and
no,
starts
sir.
dragging him
He
away.
that is I'm here to help you all with
Yeah, it's helping me
uh
with my research.
no, that is more of a personal room. I do not
Mm-hmm,
know
mm-hmm,
you. I
mm-hmm.
do not know your group.
You know me.
And
I'm Milo, and I'm ex paladin, well, Oathbreaker, so you know me. There you go. Let's go.
Right. Mr. Rollin, do you need help with your research?
No, I'm fine actually. You can continue talking to Milo. I just currently reading the spines in these books. It's very fascinating. Do you have anything on medicine actually?
Oh, yes, I do. I can show you. And at this point, when Lucy, you come in telling them that you got information from your patron, and as you tell them that, you all hear a very loud hiss and growl from somewhere, echoing from somewhere in the building.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, seems your friend found my companion.
Oh, there's someone else living here.
Yes.
Cambion also.
Oh no, they are more of a pet, though they don't like that term. We should probably go make sure they're all right. He kind of starts rushing off. This is
Uh,
not good.
Lucille follow.
quick question, DM. Did we get in a long rest or was it just
You did because you did your shifts on the in the encampment.
okay? Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So make sure you have that. Royal, you are still trapped underneath the large paws of this black, almost smoldering figure, a large feline, like a panther like um creature with multiple eyes on its face, a glowing, a hellish red, and you see two tails on the back, and these gnarly onyx-like spikes coming out of it, and it's growling at your face.
Uh, am I pinned underneath it, or can
You
I
are.
maneuver?
You are pinned underneath this creature.
Okay, let's see. Uh,
You would be considered grapple, so you could spend your action trying to get out of this grapple.
okay. Uh, I think Royal will start wiggling around.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and he'll probably quip like, you better not have used up all 9 of your lives because you're going to need them. And can I make an acrobatics check?
You can acrobatics against their, I believe it's strength.
Okay, this is at +8. And I think it's against their athletics.
Athletics. Athletics is strength. Okay.
That is 21 in total.
Yeah. You are able, as you're speaking, you hear a loud panthers, that kind of very piercing echoing growl that they make. You hear that, and you'll hear this reverberating through the library. But you're able to kind of get your knee up on its rib cage and kind of throw it off you, and a stand up and point your rapier at them, who seem to have been taking a defensive stand in front of you. And you see the two tails just kind of slowly move as it is seems ready to pounce again.
All right, I'll keep the rapier honed on it and say, you might want to reconsider that right meow.
At this,
Boo.
yeah, at this one liner, that's when you all come in and see Royal facing off with a large panther like creature. What are you doing to my cat?
Your cat attacked me.
You see them kind of, Sacronis move their eye to their cat, and compared to him would be a large cat, yeah, but he's also a very large man, so he could pick it up. And he goes to the cat, and you hear him speak in Infernal to the cat, almost like a reprimand, but the cat's eyes don't leave you, though their body starts to kind of go into a more sitting like position. Well, apparently we're throwing my books around, so I think that's a very good reason for them to attack you.
I was simply looking for the washroom.
Why do you look like a devil?
Why do you look
this,
like such a cute little devil?
this is what I do when I go to the washroom.
Weird.
Well, that's a new one.
You know me, I'm Royal Butterfield.
Make a deception check.
Can I think this is with a disadvantage.
At
yeah.
disadvantage, yeah.
Do. This is at +1.
Mm-hmm.
One of those is an 8.
Okay.
And of course, the other one's a nat 20, but
Of
yeah,
course.
it's at an 8.
You hear Sacronis just give a sigh and put a hand, like 2 fingers to the side of his temple. I understand that you are very wary of what is happening here and this place, but I would really appreciate it if you were not here trying to destroy uh, the library that I put a lot of years of work trying to restore.
I was simply looking for some reading material. And Royal is going to take a random book off the shelf, not look at the cover, say, this will do, and try to go to the washroom. Not like here, but like leave to the washroom.
Don't.
I didn't know you like relative theory and time-space maneuvers. That's interesting.
You know I can't put it down.
I'm sorry. He's new.
I am too.
So
Sorry.
am I.
Yeah.
As
Speaking-
much as I would love to help y'all, please do try to keep my own place from being destroyed by your group. I would hate to have to get nasty.
I mean, that would be something to see.
Time and place, Milo.
This is the time and this is the place.
You know
Well,
what? Next level, I'm gonna pick up timeout bubble, and I'm just gonna put everyone in horny jail. That's it.
You know, sometimes I realize why I decided to live such a solitary lifestyle. But yes, Miss Lucy said.
Oh, yes. Actually, I was wondering if you'd like to move your library to a more secure location. My patron would like to potentially make you an offer if you'd like to preserve the knowledge here. She's quite fond of books. She has a rather extensive library herself.
I would love to discuss this with you, but apparently all I have is excuses, right, Milo?
That's all I was hearing.
So this is your pet. Very nice creature. May I?
I feel like I missed a lot while I was out of the room.
Very. Yes, this is they are my companion. They are fully sentient, but it is up to them should they wish for you to pet them.
Extends a hand out. Waits.
You hear that low, throaty growl from them, kind of just taking in the people and the situation that's going on, and they stalk carefully towards you and sniff at your hand and kind of look you over with very intelligent eyes for and what you would assume animal, um and then they just headbutt your hand.
Oh, look at you, you glorious creature.
Quite
There's
pretty.
a very deep purr in its chest, the eyes blinking at you. It's got 3 eyes on its forehead and the main 2 eyes. Oh, it's just purring central. They just roll around on their belly.
Oh no! They're cute. Ah.
Very. Um. So, there's a lot going on. Your friend attacking my companion and destroying my library. Your other friend, I believe you are trying to flirt with me in a very unconventional way. You're making me an offer as well. Um,
Just came here to
Best
vibe.
day ever.
I think that it can be a fact that can be disputed. Um, s- okay.
How about we start with looking into some research first?
I can do that. I can do that. That is what I've dedicated my life to. Yes.
Great. So, do you have a second section on weapons, preferably old ones?
Yes, that would be in tower number 2. Please do follow me. Well,
Gladly.
we should probably wait for your friend. If he is truly in the washroom, he headed off to the other area where the washroom is not. I'm sure he'll eventually figure it out. I would rather not leave him unsupervised in my library. You understand, right?
You know, yeah, I'd like to try and defend him, but honestly, I just met him a week ago, so.
I'm so sorry for
Still not the
you.
weirdest thing he's done around us.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
He ate 3 bags of cheese balls.
Still
Thought
not
you
the
said he
weirdest
was
thing he's done
lactose
around us.
intolerant.
Mmm.
Just want to say Rollin is the antisocial kid who found the pet at the party. He's having the time of his life.
He's exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah. Oh, they're uh they're very large. They're like a panther. They're a large feline creature. But they're very much acting like a kitten right now. As they start kind of like rubbing their head against you and purring.
Makes me miss my dog.
Hmm. Look at him. He acts like they act like they never get any love, but all I do is read and pet them.
Try having a blink dog. You can't get him out of your lap, literally. You set him on the ground and he blinks right back into your lap.
That would be interesting. But anywho, Mr. Royal, you hear a voice ring out.
Royal peeks his head back in. Uh, yes.
Are you done pretending to go to the washroom?
Pretty much.
Right. Please do follow me.
I'm keeping this. He holds up the book.
No, you're not, and they just take it out of
Take
your
it out
hand.
of your-
Their hand is like bigger than half your body.
Yeah. It's like Shaq palming a basketball or something.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Please do keep an eye on your friend. Anywho, follow me, please. Don't stray.
Oh,
Eh,
I'm stuck looking like a devil for an hour.
okay. Well, as Royal comes back in, the creature that has been playing with you, Rollin, instantly gets his like. You hear a growl as they just look at Royal.
Royal eyes down the cat.
They eye you back down.
Mm.
They're about as tall as you.
Yeah, I can take him. Royal's confident in himself. He can.
Yeah.
And he has advantage against being frightened, so he doesn't know better.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, excuse me. As you are making your way, you do make your way down from this tower. Seems that you had teleported up to the top of one. Um, and he does take you through a hallway into a main building. You can see that when you get to the main building, the center of it that connects 3 rooms to a larger foyer type of area, the roof itself, you can see what little light of the day there is coming through as there's is holes and disrepair to it. It seems like there has been repair to it, but it's still a work in progress. And you see some of the outside elements have come into either whether it's water from rain or dirt or plants that are trying to grow in certain areas. It is an abandoned building. Um, but you can see that Sacronus has made his best attempts at keeping this maintained. But you walk down, and he takes you what would be to your left. Seems to lead to a room and then to another tower. But before you get to the tower, he just stays in the room. It's very tall. It's about 60, 80 feet tall. Um, but you do see it's full of books, some in better conditions than other, but still readable. So this is the area that has the most information on weapons, specifically magical weapons. I'm assuming is what you're looking for, since you are looking for an artifact.
Yes, anything that would be strong enough to affect the area around it.
All right. And if it has to do with those runes that you showed me, do give me a moment. And you see that he kind of bends his knees for a second, and you see his wings kind of furl out, and he takes off to some of the top shelves of this library wall. He kind of makes a round around the room, uh, taking a few books with him. And once he comes down, you can feel the wind from his wings blowing the air against you as he lands very gracefully for someone his size. And there are tables here, and he puts out a few books. These are the books that I thought would suit you the most. Uh, there are some artifacts based on different gods, different gods that have to do with chaos, the outer planes, artifacts, powerful chaotic magic, and such. Would you like me to do some research to this unnamed god of chaos?
That would be great, yes.
Of
Oh.
course.
They have a cult that's apparently quite active.
Of course they do. Wouldn't happen to be the same cult that you were part of, Mr. Milo, correct?
Were you a part of
Oh
that
no,
cult?
what? No, I don't think so. My god was Malar, the devil, no, the king of beasts.
Oh, yes.
So
Evil, yeah,
did you leave them because there was a lot of malarkey?
yeah, yeah.
I'll be here all week.
You will. I'm your ticket home.
Fuck. Rollins starts pulling out these metal canisters and sitting them on the floor, cracks one open with a hiss, and just takes a sip.
Is that Scarlet Minotaur?
Yeah.
Can I have one?
You can have
Please.
half of this one.
Why can't I have my own?
Because we need to make it last. We might be here for a while.
How much did you bring?
3, 6. 6.
You could have brought more. I have a bag of holding.
It takes a while to distill.
We should start up a larger production when we go home. She'll pour out half of it into a glass for herself.
Pulls a book off the shelf, starts flipping through it.
So you two are researching. What are Milo and Royal doing?
Milo, by all means.
I'm not playing a smart boy this time around. He's not researching. He's flirting. He's flirting with this devil.
Okay.
That's
How are
all
you?
he's. That's
Why are
all
you
he's going to
flirting?
do.
This devil is out looking for other research.
Oh, he's gonna go with this campaign and just hold the books and say, "Yeah, I like this one." He's never read the book. Oh, have you heard about this tales of stories back home about books he's read, things he's done?
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that. Interesting. And roll a general charisma check.
Sure. General charisma 12.
12. He's half listening to you. He is interested in your stories, interested in information about the outside world. But he's also doing his own research, as in looking for specific books and all that. Um,
So I used to breed two-headed chickens, but then I was told to stop because apparently the mutation isn't something you want to breed. But I thought they were just cute.
two-headed chickens.
Yeah,
Huh.
they didn't let me keep axe beaks, so I just went to the next thing.
Well, I'm sure two-headed chickens are much better than infernal chickens.
Aren't those the naked chickens?
Yeah, they're quite adorable, really.
I want one.
Be careful; they can and will turn you to stone.
Perfect. I have several people I would love to turn to stone.
Would work for that. Real quick, thank you, Cerrito Studios, for the raid. Thanks, appreciate it. Um, oh, Sarah. Um, but
Sarah.
let me make a roll for him. Okay. Um, so as you are attempting to flirt with this champion, you are with them, helping him carry books. He kind of just eventually just uses you to just put a book on the piles that you're carrying.
Mhm.
And he has his own pile as well. Ro, what are you doing?
Uh, what's the general layout of this library? Are there chandeliers to swing off of? Just
There
in case, Royals. Royal isn't.
technically there are. They don't seem to hold any candles or any light source anymore.
Mhm.
The light sources here. Make a perception check.
Okay. Royal's just generally looking for things that he could pirouette off of, uh, in case that this hellspawn winds up actually being evil. So he's also looking for like those ladders that they have in
Yeah,
libraries.
yeah.
To
Yeah, there are those ladders.
uh, 15 in total.
15.
Oh,
You
do I automatically use that advantage that Chrysicon
You can.
redeemed?
you
Or,
can.
or
It's
is it?
not necessarily on your next roll.
Okay.
You can choose when to use them.
Then I will hold on to that for now.
No problem. Um, as you're searching around, you do see ladders that kind of they roll between the walls to help you get to those taller bookshelves. You do see a chandelier, though it doesn't seem like they would hold candles or any um excuse me, or any typical mundane light source. They do have empty crystalline globes on them that aren't lit. um right now there seems to be enough, even with the overcast, there is enough light coming from the windows that are very beautifully done. Some are broken and cracked, obviously, but what you can tell from them, they do have certain patterns on them, almost like frosted patterns. Um, but there is a giant chandelier. There are windows. There are ladders. There are even some chains that come from the chandelier.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
Okay, Royal is taking note of all of this. Like literally, he has a notebook out.
Yeah.
He is drawing. He's making little flip book drawings in that journal that Lucy gave him earlier.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
That
of
checks
just
out.
of him going from like place to place. Uh, I think he'll even use his boots of flight to inspect these crystals a little closer.
Yeah, you can do that. You can also feel eyes watching you, and if you turn around, you see the large feline creature just eyeing you. as you move.
Yeah, Royal's gonna blow a raspberry up at him before flying up into the ceiling.
You look at these crystals. The chandelier itself has many beautiful crystals hanging from it. Where the light source would come off, they have these beautifully glass blown shapes on them that are meant to look like fire. So you would assume with whatever light source it originally held, it would look like fire. Like a glowing static fire.
It's some sort of light bulb. Uh, I think. Can these become like? Can these detach from the chandelier?
The ones that are shaped like fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. There are some screws around the base that you can undo and detach the crystal part itself, the glass part.
Okay. I was Royal was going to see if he could just kind of pocket one, just in case he needs a light source. But if they're like affixed into the chandelier, that'll
Uh,
probably that'll probably
well,
arouse too
you
much
you can
suspicion.
you can loosen the bolts and take it off, but it is itself just blown glass. It doesn't seem to have any other mechanism inside of it.
Uh, Royal will find a use for it.
Yeah, you could take it, sure.
Maybe. Do I need a sleight of hand
Yeah.
yeah?
The cat is watching you. I have to name this cat. Um, Chat, what should I name this cat? Put your suggestions in the chat, please, while we do whatever it is that we're doing.
Okay. This is at +4. I'm going to use that advantage that Chrysagon gave me
Okay.
because I got an 11. Oh, sorry, that was stealth, but that's also at a +4. Okay, neither of them are particularly good. That was an 8.
An
So
8.
yeah, I think I will take the 11.
The 11. You are able to take it, but not unseen.
At least he didn't drop it.
Yeah, no, you didn't drop it. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is it for what Royal will do for now.
All right. Those that are researching, would you please roll me an investigation or an investigation roll?
I'm gonna spend the advantage that I just got.
Oh, was that an advantage for everyone or just certain people?
No, it's for me. 24.
24.
12.
12. Okay. Lucy, what exactly are you looking for?
Uh, what the heck might be?
Okay.
Yeah, she's just trying to narrow down more what they're looking for and where it might be. So anything that sounds similar to what she's encountered in the past.
Okay. With a 23, you look through the books that Sacronis had brought down for you and even make your own uh, rounds looking for other books. And you do find a section that is more um, diaries or journals. And you pull a few of them out. And while you're reading through these journals, you do find entries that talk about. It seems that it's in the beginnings of the God War when things had just started. Whoever wrote this was clearly a scholar. They had the right mind to notate what was going on, but you see them talk about how it started that it didn't start right off as a huge war. There were small things that they themselves have picked up that led to it. And whatever was happening between the gods clearly had an effect on the world, had to do with what was happening within between the countries. They weren't sure yet, but that they did hear that some places around the world had started to be overtaken by a certain power. They had heard news of new weapons and at the moment they wouldn't have been called artifacts, but new um, objects made out of the essence of a god. Um, and they notate where they heard these are happening. You see, one entry does talk about to the northern side of. You're not sure where this is because it wasn't called college before. It was called Shahar. So that's a apostrophe Har. Um, to the northern lands, and I would say you would know this um, with the 23 and the way they talk about the location. You can assume that this is where Kalish currently is, and that is one of the artifacts that you have recovered. And they also talk about how the south of both continents there's land that was completely overtaken by corrupt magic, and they don't doubt that this had to do with these new weapons of power that were coming about. And he, whoever's writing this, they said that they fear that their own land um, would soon succumb to such artifacts, such weapons of powers, as uh, they can notice the unrest and things starting to like pulling at threads to undo a tapestry, things kind of falling apart. Yet there's only so much they can do with everything that's going on. Um, he fears that one of those weapons of powers has already made their way to their land, and that soon they'll be able to pinpoint who has it, as these strange crystals and sources of chaotic energy and power have been popping up around areas where they have a theory that is where those weapons of power are.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think now that Royal has committed enough hijinks, he actually will start assisting, maybe checking some of the upper levels of these shelves for anything relevant to uh, the scant information he's been provided.
Okay, you can do that. First, let me tie off what Rollin had researched. You said you rolled a 12, Rollin?
Mm-hmm. He's
Okay.
getting lost in a book.
With a 12, you find a few mentions of uh weapons of great power from different planes and different deities, but nothing that seems to be pertaining to what you're looking for. And you're also getting distracted because Noodles, the cat, um, has kind of taken residency at your feet. And they're big enough where they kind sometimes they'll move and they'll lay their head on your lap, and it seems that they're trying to get on your lap, even though they are a very large cat.
Roland has to read a page several times anyway, so he just lifts the book over his head and kind of just waits.
Yeah. You see them start climbing on you, and it's very much a picture. Have you seen those pictures of people with large dogs that think they're lap dogs?
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but a giant cat. And
Fair enough.
you can feel this cat is against you, Lundels is against you, and you can feel the purr against you. It's very relaxing, actually.
It's a good thing I'm hopped up on Scarlet Minotaur.
Yep. Um, but that is what you get as far with the 12. Uh, Royal, you wanted to do some more research, and please go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I would be delighted to. Doop. That's a 1, but I have lucky because I'm a halfling.
Okay.
So I can re-roll ones.
Yeah, you can.
So let's try that again. I actually remembered that was a thing I could do. I got a 4.
A 4.
I am rolling great today.
You're rolling great.
I rolled 2 nat 20s, but it was always when I had disadvantage.
With a 4, you're going through these shelves. A lot of these books are languages you do not understand.
Mhm.
You find interesting books, but on different weapons, even weapon fighting techniques, but nothing pertaining to the research that you think your group would be interested in.
Oh no, I think Royal will take a book off the shelf, fly down to Lucy and be like, I think we found what we're looking for. And it's going to be a little pop-up book of like various fighting styles.
Yeah. When you pull tabs, it'll do the motion that you're supposed to be doing when you do that strike.
Is this what you were looking for?
I don't understand the difference.
Right.
That's why we're here, right?
To look up pop-up books on fighting styles.
And he nods his head in the affirmative.
No, Royal, we're looking for an artifact.
Maybe I should have asked more questions before accepting this job.
Probably. But if you would like to help me, and she'll show him the diary that she's been reading, if you can find me more by this person, I think it might give us a lead.
Okay. Is there some kind? Are the shelves listed like alphabetically, or is it like some kind of Dewey Decimal System?
They are. God, I should have thought about this.
Give me the exact structural layout.
The structure laid out the library. They are sectioned off by theme. So in the area that you find your fighting book was a lot of other training type books on fighting.
It was probably a children's section, let's be honest.
There's probably a children's section somewhere. You can see old bean bags that used to be where the children sat. But no, it is more it is alphabetical and by subject.
Okay. Royal is not in his element. He can't stab these books.
I mean, you could.
He could. And they're not impressed with his trombone playing, so there's very little he can do. So I think Royal's gonna attempt to scan at least where Lucy is pointing him to, okay, where he will cause the least amount of calamity.
Yeah, you can roll a straight investigation check.
Well, I did better than the last roll. This is a 5.
You do have a second advantage that you were gifted.
It is kind of funny just to see Royal completely fail, though.
Yeah, no, with a 5, you pull out some books that seem to match up with the type of style, kind of diary journal look that Lucy was pointing at, but apparently these have seemed to be misplaced. These journals are actually a diary, and they actually contain a bit of erotica.
Oh no, Royal's into this. Royal, shifty eyes.
These are not the books you're looking for, Lucy.
I think I found something.
What is it?
After being caught red-handed, Royal will just fork it over.
Oh.
You see, basically, it's a little black book.
Well
It's a
then,
romance novel.
she flips through it a few pages and scans it.
Someone was having a lot of fun a few 100,000 years ago.
Well, if that's what you like, I have a book series to recommend you when we go home. She'll just give him a
Tell me
pat on the
more.
head.
Yeah. Um, Milo, you are still with Socronus?
Yep.
Okay.
Talking about two-headed dogs now. Moved on from
Two-headed
chickens.
dogs. You really do like two-headed creatures, don't you?
Strangely enough, the cult I was in kind of kept them all as pets. So,
Hmm. Though I do understand that. I had a friend, that had a Cerberus,
hmm,
so three-headed dog, but they also had a two-headed dog. Beautiful creatures. Don't want to fight them. They do actually spew molten rock.
nice.
Yes. I think you would like them.
Probably.
Uh,
I like most people.
you seem the sort. You seem friendly.
Yeah.
Let me do a check for him. That is a 19 with his thing. Sorry, brain squirrels. Um, he does seem to pull out a few books that you can help him carry, should you wish. Um, but he does come back to the um main room where you are in the table, and he's still talking to you, Milo. He actually had a friend who kept he's not sure what it was, but he just called it an eldritch horror. It was a strange black shadowy void with tentacles coming out of it. I'm not sure what it was.
That's pretty cool. Well, look. Digs into his bag, pulls out soon upside down. This thing followed us all the way here.
What is that?
I'm not sure. Nobody's explained it to me.
Are they back in the room yet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where he got off to. It's a tiny construct. Soon, get over here.
You
Sets
hear
soon
beeps
down.
and just scuttling.
Lucy will pick him up and set him on her shoulder. You're not supposed to be going in
It's a lot
Milo's
of
bag.
angry
That's rude.
beeping. It's a lot of beeping and angry beeping.
Been a quite ah.
Yeah. He's upset that Milo picked him up upside down.
Is he displaying that on his little LCD?
Yeah, yeah.
Milo, please don't pick him up upside down. He didn't like that.
Oh, I didn't realize there was an up or down to him.
Yes, this part's up. The leg part is down.
Mm. Explains why he bit me.
Did you bite him?
The LCD says screen says yes, and I do it again.
That's fair. I found a journal. Royal's been very helpful in helping me look for more, but it appears that this person noticed that weapons were being made out of a god's essence or something. Pretty much what we knew before, but that the crystals also seem to correlate with that power as well.
Hmm. So you think the crystals are like, I don't know, god byproduct?
Possibly. Or they're capable of being infected by them. The last temple we went to had them on the walls, and it was hella corrupted.
Hmm.
Uh huh.
I did find some books on pantheons. The library here seems to have a more extensive information on pantheons and gods that nowadays people do not name. But if you wish, you can peruse them as well.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Since you said they were chaotic, I kind of went through the evil ones just in case. Neutral, any sort of chaotic alignment.
Sounds good.
All right. And he puts the book down, and I'll say with that, we're gonna start our break and come back doing a little bit more research and maybe heading off somewhere. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back in 5 minutes to go get a drink and a snack. Go to the bathroom. You do the same. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey,
Ready,
everybody.
spaghetti.
Let me turn off Spotify
Hi.
because it's not automatically doing it anymore. Stream Deck doesn't like me.
Uh,
Hey, everybody. We are back from our break. If this is your first time on this channel, I know we have some raiders with us. This is a charity channel. I take no financial income from this channel. So if you'd like to affect our game with bits and subs, uh, you can do so, and all of that money goes to the Trevor Project when I get a Twitch payout. If you want to affect our game, but you don't have the funds to do either of those things, that's cool. We got you covered. We have channel point rewards down below. If you stay and hang out with us, you can earn those channel points and then spend them to give us things like advantage. I think inspiration's on there. Whole bunch of fun stuff. You can even make Satan roll at disadvantage if you have enough.
So-
But yeah, that's it. That's me. Welcome.
welcome. And we'll go back to our group in the library. You have been presented with books on pantheons and more extensive than the ones you have on your cantonance. So you are able to peruse those as well. Um, are you sharing the information that you got, Lucy?
Yeah, that's what she was just talking about before we went to break.
Okay. Uh, so you have been brought over a few books based on the Pantheon, so you could look through those should you wish. But with that information, um, Cronus does tell you that there is a spot. He himself hasn't explored it. That could possibly house such things as he's noticed strange crystal growths.
Well, we could definitely check that out.
You could. It is quite dangerous, so I would advise utmost caution.
What's
Well,
between here and there?
it's a lot of undead and creatures and
Oh,
mountains.
I'm not worried about that.
That's Milo's expertise, actually.
I deal in undead. Actually, I have looks around. Oh, we left Frankie back at the house. Never mind.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I've got Zachariah in the bag, so we can use him next.
How many do you have in there?
I have 4 bodies.
4 bodies.
Skeletons mostly.
Oh, skeletons, so that makes more sense.
Well, if we can't get the other one back, I'll try and get you another one. Early birthday present?
Go on.
I mean, between here and there, there's gonna be a unlimited supply of fresh bodies. So
Not so fresh here, but there are
Not-
bodies here.
you know what I mean.
Yes, of course I know what you mean by fresh bodies that you can have easy access to.
Royal's gonna lean over to Milo. Are you sure he's a doctor? He can't even tell the difference between a fresh body and a rotting cadaver.
No, not every. Hey, you know what? You just stay by me, and I'll make sure you stay alive. He's a good doctor. Does thorough examinations.
I am starting to doubt his medical credentials.
Maybe.
Medicine is a wisdom check, so I don't know about
Okay.
Lucy will start perusing the book on the gods to see if she sees anything that sounds like the god that they're dealing with.
If anybody's helping you, you can roll at advantage, or you could make 2 separate rolls. If not, please just do a straight investigation check.
Would anyone like to help Lucy look?
Royal will help either by looking at the books very low to the ground so she doesn't have to bend down, or looking at the ones very high up using his boots of flight.
There are books that have been presented to you
Mm-hmm.
on the table.
She'll hand one over.
Yeah, Royal will.
18.
Oh, nice.
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 That's what the advantage that roll gave you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other roll was an 8.
Okay. Um, with an 18, you peruse through a few books. Some are more specifics. You do find a what was the name? I want to say uh what was her name? Okay, you do find a few books on different gods of the chaotic nature. Um, you find information on a a deity, a demigod named Shares, or Shares, however you would like to pronounce it, who was Shares. There we go. Was the deity of hedonism, festivals, and sensual fulfillment. Uh, but she is a chaotic good demigod. You find information on a god named um, Gonadam. Another one we call the Great Mother, who you find is the eldritch matron deity of beholders. So that's scary. But eventually, you go through a book that holds information on more of the prime deities. You do know that the world itself was created by a specific set of deities that are the prime deities, and then from them came other deities. And so you go through a book that has this almost creation lore, and you get to a spot that talks about two deities, Kalthis and Kalthas. And I'll write that in the Zoom chat for you guys. Um, now, Kalthis was the deity of creation, order, life. Um, and Kalthas was their opposite, deity of chaos, destruction, and death. Um, through the beginning, they work simultaneously to have order and creation. You must have chaos and destruction. They are two sides of the same coin, and it talks how you can see this in the way that the this planet and this world is formed, like from the ashes of a burnt forest, it fertilizes the ground to create new life. A volcano that may destroy cities and kill people will can eventually create a new land. So these two deities work together to destroy and create and bring to formation this world. Uh, from the looks of it, they don't really have alignments. They're more neutral. They are just creation and destruction itself. But throughout the eons, the centuries, millenniums, they do eventually start getting their own, uh, strangely consciousness in a way, like the gods that you see today, that they're on their own person. And there was a point in creation that with the rise of civilization and different groups of people and government, that chaos and order took on different forms. Order took on the form of government per se, chaos took on the form of war. Um, and as you're reading through, you can uh, advance to a point where you can see there is a strain within the pantheon itself. Gods that were at one point more active on this material plane and interacted with the people of this land. There seemed to be an unrest between them, that their creations themselves were falling to the whims of chaos and destruction of Calthus, and they did not like it. And they speculated that with the removal of chaos and destruction, life could flourish, order could flourish, and creation could flourish. Um, so there was a plan to entrap this deity who is now considered this who was a concept before and a force now taken personal form of a goddess to entrap their powers and not get rid of them completely. They knew that was not possible, but to minimize their hold on the world. And you can assume that's kind of what started off the war between the gods. Some taking side of Kalthas, and others taking sides of the deities that they themselves helped create.
Okay, she'll cover that with the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Picturing her just giving the Cliff Notes version of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
sounds like who we're dealing with.
hmm.
All right. Well, knowing half the battle, right?
I suppose. Don't say the name out loud, though.
Right.
My patron refuses to, so I assume it does bad things.
Like
think
summons
Roy-
them here.
I think Royal's
Uh-huh.
about to say it when Milo slaps a hand over his mouth. It's like, which one? Calvin?
Not here.
There
Right?
are some deities, you say their name enough, you become them at the cost of your own life.
Hmm.
It's a
Hey,
very
weird.
powerful thing.
Yeah. Names are pretty powerful. I mean, that's how paladins and clerics invoke their gods, and warlocks piss off their own patrons to some extent.
Oh, I just have to breathe wrong to piss mine off. Apparently, I cause too much dust, also.
How does what? I'm getting off track. But anyways, I'll go back to the dust question later. But anyways, what if this deity goddess lady has already chosen a vessel? Just needs to, pull it all together.
Find the vessel, and we'll figure out what we need to do from there.
We find the vessel and then. Right?
Take them out to dinner and give them a tie?
Or we could
Well,
put
I
on
mean,
some magic that prevents them from being contacted by their god.
Maybe.
Or we could put the vessel in a box, put that box in another box, and then ship that box to ourselves. Then when we get the box, we smash it with a hammer. Or to save on postage, we'll just poison them with this.
Oh.
I think my
That,
idea seems the most direct.
take them out to dinner.
Right. Take them out
Oh.
To dinner.
to dinner.
Well,
I mean, but Royal, what if they're an unwilling accomplice? They don't want to do this.
Well, I mean, considering what is at stake.
it's
So
the
you,
whole the life of one for the life of many situation.
Sure. But if you're being corrupted to a point where you just don't care, is it worth actually trying to save that person?
There is a cult that's active in their name.
Well, shit.
Or what happens if they're just really hot?
Hmm. Take them out to dinner, of course.
Hmm.
Starting to regret taking these too long.
I'm not.
From, from what I know of possession, and taking over someone's physical body,
It's
it
9/10 of
is
the law.
it it's easier and more effective if the vessel itself is not fighting against you. So either this creature is willing and
Or they're
makes
tricked
it
into
easier,
it.
or tricked into it, or they are also fighting against it but are losing a battle themselves.
Well, maybe after this we go try and hunt down that cult again.
I'm all for cult extermination. I'm pro at it.
Lucy gives Milo a high five.
Yeah.
But based on the research that you've been able to do, there is a he takes out from a small bag that he has with him a map. It's hand drawn, very well done actually, of what he knows of the island. Here, let me. Um, and he points you all. He's to it. He says, "This is what I have so far that I've mapped out from the island. Um, we are here, and you see him point. I will draw a little shape for you. Um, right here. I accidentally took the hand drawn thing. They're right there in that little red dot.
Mhm.
Um, I haven't been there, but there have been growths that I've noticed coming from this lovely large crater in the center of the island, because of course that would be where this thing would be.
Fun. Very fun.
Well, it makes sense if it's affecting the whole island. It would be centrally located.
Well, the island's a mixture of both. I'm assuming that, and just this was ground zero for a lot of the war between the gods.
Right.
So a lot of destructive magic, a lot of death.
Do you have a good path on how to get there? Any more spell circles? That get us closer?
Rooms of
Well,
flying in your cupboard, maybe.
um, no, unfortunately, I have not made my way to the center of the island. I've been trying to avoid that part. You see, sometimes the magic here can make you go a little cuckoo. Um, I have warded myself off from that, though here. Um, I don't have a straight path. I can help you try to figure out the path of least resistance, though there will be still some resistance.
That's fine.
All right.
Now, was there an explosion there, or did something fall, like something massive fall there?
I'm not sure.
Because if that
So,
was a battleground for the gods.
Yeah. Judging by the shape, probably something fell.
Huh.
well,
Though my shape
there
of it could be
was.
wrong. I only got an aerial view of it and from pretty far away.
Didn't two other things happen here? Like two kingdoms clash on this island?
Yes, that did happen in the what are people calling it? Lich Wars or something similar. That
Hmm.
happened about 15, 20 years ago. Ended 15 years ago. Started about 20 to 25 years ago, I believe.
My father fought in that war.
My condolences.
He's alive.
Still,
it's not a pretty account. So condolences are in short order.
Oh. Well, all right then. I'll let him know you said it so.
All right. Um, if you go through here, and he will start drawing a path for you guys. Um, Something that doesn't hurt my eyes, but y'all can still see would be green. Um, you're going to want to avoid these mountains, and he'll point kind of to the back of the library. It's just crags. He kind of explains that the library itself it's naturally protected because it is against these crags. There's no uh it's very hard to get through these mountains. It's not a livable area. It's just straight up rocks and peaks. And the chasm that's in front of it uh, bars it from the rest of the island. Um, so you're going to want to avoid the mountains if possible. The most direct route would be from us to it here. There is a forest that way. Well, what was once a forest and now is just dead trees. Um, and I believe a settlement along the way.
Now, settlement, lived in or unlived in.
Well, it's abandoned now, but you have to understand that in every nook and cranny of this island, there will be some sort of undead creature.
Right.
The amount of bodies that were created here, the death that took, the creatures that came in, and not during our wars, but the God Wars, were it was not a sight to see. It was horrible.
Terrible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this a river going through the mountain just to the southeast of where we are?
Can you click on it for me and ping it? Oh,
Uh,
that one.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a river. The at the bottom of this chasm is a very tumultuous river. But if you really wanted to, you could go that way, should you wish.
I mean, aside from the dangers that the river itself poses, would it be more or less safe?
Less. I can't swim.
But neither can the undead.
No, they'll walk along the bottom.
Yeah.
Depending how deep it is, that might not affect us.
What exactly lives in that river, Mr.
Uh,
Sarkonis?
to be quite honest, I'm not sure. It was down low enough in the chasm where it did not disturb me.
Hmm.
And this island, if it does not disturb me, I do not disturb it. The creatures on this island, they vary. It's not just dead bodies of humanoids, it's creatures and whatever byproducts of that. I mean, one of them is just a flying piece of skin.
Gross.
Ew.
Yeah, it just comes up and just tries to wrap itself around you and take over.
Hmm.
Like a blanket.
Yep, a very fleshy blanket.
Let's get off the subject.
It's
But
making my
yes,
skin crawl.
it's there are many types, different types of creatures here that you will have to look out for. I do not know what a aquatic undead creatures would be down there.
Well, you'd also have to worry about what's coming in from the ocean if
Yes.
this map is correct. Fun times. So
Mm-hmm.
by land or by sea or water at this point,
My vote's for land, always.
I'd rather not drown.
Taps his armor. I can't swim with this stuff on.
I can't swim in general, but since it was my idea, I'm voting by sea.
He's voting out of principle.
Yeah.
Screw you guys. I'll build my own boat.
Now, if you get out of here, um, the area down is quite open, so do be careful. But about a day's away, about a half a day's away, there is the start of what used to be a great forest, I assume, at one point, and from that, a settlement, I believe, in there somewhere. Again,
All right.
I've taken to aerial views as it seems to be safer.
Hmm.
We'll keep that in mind.
All right. This has been a fun little visit that I wasn't expecting.
About your library,
Yes.
how would you feel about relocating to someplace safer?
Or that would be grand.
My patron
I
told
don't
me if
have.
I vet you that we could probably bring you on and help you move this.
Well, vet me all you want, then I would enjoy that. I don't have the contacts myself to do such things, though it would be lovely to be able to relocate this. It's a lot to relocate. It's a whole five spires in a whole building.
It
I'm
is.
hearing excuses again.
Luckily, she's well connected. Milo, are you able to
Mm-hmm.
do that truth circle thing that some clerics and paladins can do?
Maybe. Let me double check. Pulls out a heavy book. Gotta, keep shit together. No, they don't have a god. Zone of Truth, yeah, but you have to wait until tomorrow. And prepare it today.
Gives us another night to strategize for it. How do you
I
feel
don't
about
have. Go ahead.
how do you feel about some questioning in the morning?
I am more than happy to.
Great.
I don't have guest best rooms, but I could set you all up in the area where we met. It's one of the safest areas.
That should be fine. We have our bedrolls with us.
All right. And you are free to roam the library should you wish, or anything else. Mr. Rollin, there are medical books that you could take a look at should you wish, as you are a doctor, I have gathered.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
At that note, Royal side eyes Milo again.
If you
Doctor.
wander off, just say to Royal, you wander off, I'm not going to tell that kitty cat to leave you alone.
And Royal just shakes his head and says, I'd be more concerned about the kitty cat.
You hear a loud growl. It's still on Rollin, but it's growling at you now.
I just assume that's friendly purring.
Sure. But yes, you are all able to stay there the night. It is one of the, if not the safest place on this island to stay. If not because of where it's placed and it seems warded, but by the company that you keep there. Um, you're able to set up in the almost like lounging area where he was having his tea. He moves tables and chairs to provide more room for your bedrolls, and tells you if you need anything, do let me know. There's a washroom over there, and the food stock with some food. Uh, it's mostly from the create food and water spell, so it's not that tasteful, but it'll nourish you.
Thank you.
Just a big barrel of good berries.
Probably, or just like beads of nourishment. I haven't had actual food in 5 years. No, I'm kidding.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry. But yeah, he sets you guys up, and you're able to spend the rest of your day there, perusing the library should you wish, or doing whatever else you would like to do there. He seems pretty friendly. Eventually, you see him make his own tea at night. He offers you some. He has almost, weirdly enough, even for the place that you're in, he has a very nice robe on at night, like his night robe. Um, and Noodle seems to follow him around a lot. But is there anything you would all like to do that night?
Sorry, I'm picturing him wearing like one of those Hugh Hefner style smoking jackets with like the ascot. And I'm picturing at some point during the night, Royal comes out wearing the same one. Like
I was
it's-
imagining him wearing the rich widow robe with like the sheer fabric and like the feathers around it. trimming. That's what I was
I was
thinking.
just gonna say it's just a nice like nighttime robe. Nothing too fancy. But it could be whatever robe you wish to be in your mind's eye. Um but he'll offer you all. He's very relaxed at night. His hair it's quite literally down. He offers you all food and tea and drinks should you wish it. Um and he kind of sits down with y'all and he turns to you, Lucy. He's like, talk to me about your patron. They seem to have quite a reach.
They are. Or they do. Yes.
Right. Well, if I am to move this library, which I've spent many years uh, restoring, I would like to know who, in fact, is taking it in a way.
How do you feel about Kalish?
It's quite a nice land. Quite
Never
vibrant.
been there.
A few years ago, I traveled a lot.
Anyone still living there that we can pull up as a reference?
Mm. I worked a lot with the libraries of the different towns and cities there. I could give you a few people you could talk to from there.
That'd be great. She can someone to talk to them.
Right. And she is.
The Queen of Kalish. The Lady of Twilight.
Kalish or Aloria?
Isn't Kalish like
Well, this is where Anthony's from.
Oh, oh fuck. Yeah, she would have been talking about Aloria. Sorry.
Yeah, I figured.
ADHD brain.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I figured.
I thought you were talking about those gods we were supposed to mention.
No, that's Kalthis and Kalthas.
Yes.
Don't say their names.
You just look what you
I can
done.
do it.
Hester.
I
Beetlejuice,
am
Beetlejuice.
the gods. The Lady of Aloria. That's quite a patron you have there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Is that a problem?
Oh no, they're quite elusive from what I've heard.
They can be. But they value research and improving things for others, so I think you'd make a great addition to our team. As long as you're not lying about anything, which we'll find out tomorrow.
Possibly, yes. Tea,
No, thank you.
alcohol.
I brought my own.
Smart woman.
Mhm.
So, do you all work for this lady of Loya as well?
Eh. Yes and no.
Royal's gonna look to Milo. Do I? I'm still not entirely sure on my contract.
You try to work for me?
Oh, all right. No, I don't. He says to Zarkon.
They have
And
ties to her, but they're more adjacent, not directly employed.
independent contractors.
Kind of a secondhand paladin to her paladin.
A paladin to a paladin. Interesting.
You gotta go back up when you get down to the bottom.
True. I didn't know that the Lady of Valoria had such powers to have warlocks and paladins. Interesting.
She's capable of many things.
Clearly. I'm assuming she's the one that funded your little trip here.
We're getting paid?
You don't get paid.
Just doing this for the love of the game.
Should be getting paid.
Yes, he should. I'll deal with that.
I was told I could get paid in whatever booty I could carry with me, and he holds up a bunch of books that he's taken from the library.
You are not taking my books.
Well, you don't even read those.
You'll have to take that up with the Lady of Twilight.
No, he won't. Put him back.
Y'all are a very interesting bunch, I must say.
So we've heard.
I guess.
It's certainly entertainment from my very solitary life here.
Why do you like to stay here?
I I value knowledge above all else. I had heard stories of a great library here, one with information lost to many of the land, the people that now live here. But obviously, it was dangerous to get to with, unfortunately, what happened here. I found myself having the capabilities to overcome some of those barriers. My plan was to hopefully eventually move this and the library and the books I deemed necessary, but it's almost like this library is endless. The books information here, it's marvelous, really.
Hmm.
I'm a researcher at heart. I'm happy amongst books. I'm happy learning.
Boy, do I have some people to introduce you to.
Marvelous.
Your book on Malars needs to be updated. It's not correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
how so?
His alliance wasn't with this deity. He was actually in line with Lope, the once drow god. So this is not correct.
Well, I'm sure we can make a new edition of said book.
Sure. And his hand was stolen by Talos, not Tyr.
Hmm. You are quite a font of knowledge, aren't you?
Nope. I just know this bit.
uh, I appreciate you all, but do get a good night's rest. You are safe here. For what it's worth, you have my word that you will not come to harm by me or Noodles. They seem to have taken a liking to you, Mr. Allen.
He'll bow. I have taken quite a liking to Noodles as well.
It's good.
Now I want noodles.
unfortunately, I don't. Other than the cash, so I don't have any noodles on this island.
I think this might have some noodles in it, and Royal's gonna upload a week-old bowl of that stuff he got from a street vendor.
Oh no!
Royal, throw that in a fire somewhere.
Please
Think
stop
it's
put
alive.
that foul-smelling thing away.
Royal's he's gonna take a bite out of it. He's like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
Royal, I don't have proof against poison, and I don't have ability to heal you right now.
Royal, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, stop. Do not.
That's a 10, but I'm gonna use Indomitable and re-roll it.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You are able to keep it down, but boy, does it not feel good.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
You're trying not to reveal it to everybody again, but it's your body just is not having it.
Yeah, I think Royal will take one bite and be like, I'm full now for my own reasons.
Milo will lean over to Rylan. I do have the ability to heal him, but this is a lesson he needs to learn.
Me too.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. You all have a good night.
Night, everyone. And from that, you can have a night's rest. You can do a wash should you wish. But if not, you can all just sleep in the same room together.
If I'm allowed to move, Noodle.
No, Noodle's leaving on you.
Damn it.
They like you too much. They have decided that. But your night passes. You are able to get a full night's rest. And you are woken up with the noise of Socronas coming out of the room and getting ready for the day. And you hear them do a whistle calling Noodles over, and Noodles lazily opens like 2 of its 5 eyes, and taking its time very loungily gets up from you, Roland, does those big stretchies, and then heads over to Socronas and starts...
then there is a pot of the crotch, always without fail.
Oh yeah. And they start kind of purring and petting themselves against Acronis, who gives them the pets they deserve. But you hear a good morning from your new Cambion friend.
Good morning.
Did you all sleep all right? Sorry, Mr. Rollin.
That's fine. I've had a... He looks wistfully off into the distance. I've had a nog on me before. It's a lot less pressure.
Interesting. Well, would you like to do your morning Stone of Truth, or...
Might as well get it out of the way. Milo, if you would.
Yep. It's up. Right. It's gonna be weird.
He's just gonna sit down on the very comfortable chair that you all saw him in the first time, and it's just like, do your worst.
She'll re-ask him the same questions that she asked the night previous, and go more into like job interview type questions. Ask him about his history, who he knows.
Explain one time you faced a challenge.
Yesterday when you all popped into my abode.
Well, we did that very easily. It was hardly a challenge.
No, that was a challenge for me.
Well, let me cast it first. You know. I mean, I get it. You want to ask this guy his life lessons, but Violet just kind of rubs his hands together and just goes in his nose. All right, cast.
Okay, I thought it was already cast, but yeah, she'll do all that.
Yeah.
And then once she gets like the all of that done, do you have any intention to align yourself with any evil gods?
I don't have any plans to, no.
Are you currently aligned with any evil gods?
No.
If given the
I
opportunity to seek knowledge over a certain artifact and you attune to it at the cost of your own corruption, would you?
no. If I get corrupted, then my quest for research and knowledge does end there, since I would not have the same goals as I used to.
Looks at Milo to get the yes or no. Is he telling the truth?
Milo's nodding along, just like, oh yeah, yeah, he's telling truth. I can tell.
I
But
Still
if you
hasn't
all
cast a
lie,
spell.
if you all lie, I'll know too, because the charisma save is 17, and this area effect is 15 foot.
Yeah.
How likely are you to betray us in the next 48 hours?
That all depends on you all.
That's fair.
Roland turns to Milo and just says, "I'm a 7-foot purple hippopotamus."
All
He's
right, so the
not
spell.
lying.
I know, the spell didn't work on you.
I just want to flex, sorry.
The Cronus willingly failed. We are
I can
very
turn you
charismatic
into,
people.
Mm-hmm.
turn you into
And
a purple potamus.
Lucy'll end her questioning with, "And what are your true feelings about Milo? Do you think he's cute?"
Adorable.
Ah, 2 questions. Uh, any allergies that we need to be aware of?
Allergic to pine nuts.
Pine nuts.
My
Are you
nuts are the
afraid of
worst.
needles?
No.
Good. He'll reach into his bag. I take my job very seriously.
What are you stabbing me with?
Syringe. Drawing blood.
Why?
It's a safety precaution we've put in place.
Congratulations on your safety precaution.
Would you allow me to draw blood from you? It's not going to me for any illegal or illicit uses. It's going to our employer.
Make a persuasion check, since you have in fact succeeded on the sonetry.
Oh shit. Yeah. 18.
18. 18. He looks you over, and you can tell there's more to Socronus than what he's let on as. It not something nefarious, but he's a lot more um insightful and a well-rounded individual who has definitely had many experiences with different types of people that might try to fuck people over.
Listen, between you and me, patient doctor confidentiality, nothing will be disclosed to the public if you do not wish it to be. And he'll give him the spiel.
Mm-hmm. That is not what I'm worried about. You do understand how powerful having somebody's blood can be with magic use.
Oh, yeah. She has my blood too, buddy.
And mine. All of ours, actually.
Would it be something that can be held off until I meet with your lady and make this deal?
Oh, by all means. He'll put
If
the
you'd
needle
like.
back.
Yes, I would like to make sure we're all on the same page before you take my blood. Any other questions I can answer for you?
Are you single?
Very.
Lucy just smiles at Milo and gives a thumbs up.
Milo just grins. Cool.
Then I guess that's it.
You hear a chuckle from him, and you see his face crinkle, and he's a very handsome man. It's a very charming smile and laugh. And he looks to all of you. You're all quite interesting. I enjoy this.
Will you be coming with us?
Hmm, possibly. I have a few things to take care of here. Do you need me? Do you want me to come with you? It is a very dangerous journey, and as much as I would like to help you, I do value my own life.
It's understandable. If you'd like to start moving, I can give you the location of our ship.
Could do that. Is there anyone I should ask for talk with?
Captain Bullseye. I can get in touch with her. She'll know you're coming.
All right. Yes, a lot of people will have, if not shoot on sight, an 8 foot tall Cambion devil looking person like me. They will have some doubts but for someone like me to just pop in on them.
Well, we'll avoid getting you shot. I don't think Milo would like that.
I have quite a nasty scar on my torso from someone who thought they could take me.
Lucy will first try sending to Captain Bullseye.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a percentile dice.
Okay. 28.
28. Um, if you had gotten 25 or lower, it wouldn't have worked. The 28, again, there's a strain on the connection, but you're able to connect to Bullseye. You feel the connection take, so you can send your message.
Found a library and its caretaker. He's a lovely gentleman. Cambion. Needs a ride back to Aloria to meet with my patron. Possible employee. Please don't shoot. Bringing books.
All right. We'll not shoot. We'll try to make room for books. A whole library? A Cambion. Y'all are strange, but I like it.
Uh, you know, we'll just chew another spell slot up. May set him up for several trips. Library is extensive. Giving him your location and should be following our original route back.
All right, we'll do.
Say hi to your
We'll
wife.
have we'll have people meet them at the shore. Nadia says hi,
Nice.
but very excitedly and waving. Yes, honey, they know you're waving.
Lucy'll get some parchment out and draw a rough map and show him hers and the route that they took to get from his spell circle in that
Mhm.
building to the ship.
Mhm. He'll take it, and in return, he will actually give you the map that he drew
Okay.
on. So the map that you have on screen is the map that you have. Um, I'm sure it'll be useful.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You know, I don't much believe in destiny, but this was a fateful meeting.
Sure. If you say so.
If you are ready, I can help you leave the library. I will say the bridge is a little rickety, but should hold you all.
Great fun.
Or I could fly you all over, however you wish.
Ooh, I want to fly over. I love flying.
Yeah.
I have a dragon friend who's taken me
All
flying
right.
twice.
Amazing.
Hmm?
I like that. Now, let's see. If you're all ready, we can head out.
Let's do this.
And he will take you out of the library, and you see that the front of it is a long staircase. When you look at the building itself, you haven't seen before. It's quite beautiful. It has these beautiful red roofing and shingling to it, old stone with different types of design and statues out in the front. It even has a well for water. But he shows you the bridge, and it is quite rickety. You could make your way across it, but it is a rope and wood bridge. You're not sure how much it will hold, but he looks to all of you. Mm, I could take you two at a time, should you wish.
I think Royal is just going to go across.
Just to deal with your butts of flying.
No, he's just going to walk across.
Okay, okay, you can do that.
Save them flying in case he needs it.
He has wings. I mean,
Yeah, but he is also a foul demon spawn.
I've been called worse, so hey.
To be fair, he recently called me a monster, so it
Quite rude.
happens.
Royal's just kind of a dick.
Yep.
Yep.
You can take me and Rollin first.
Oh no, I can make my own way. Enjoy your flight. And he's gonna polymorph himself into like an eagle and then head across.
All right. You head across. It is very misty. There's a lot of mist across this chasm. But you are able to see solid ground after about maybe 100 or 200 feet. Um, Royal, as you get on this bridge, it is very disconcerting as you see the bridge disappear into the mist. You don't see the other side, and as you get on it, you hear um the whining of wood as you step on it, echoing in the chasm below you. And it starts to kind of move slightly as you start stepping on it. Um, Make a perception check.
Hooray. I think I'm actually okay at these. Uh, 18 in total.
18 in total. That's good. You make your way across this bridge. It's it's disconcerting. You're not sure how well taken care of this bridge is, but with your 18, you are able to spot planks of wood that are very weakened, and even holes that have been made on this bridge. And you're a little damp from walking through the mist, but you're able to make your way across the to the next side. Um, and you see an eagle there as well, waiting for you all.
Royal's gonna pout a little bit. And he's like, I kind of wanted an excuse to cut the bridge. Cut the ropes on the bridge.
There is the head turn, eagle eye glare.
Royal's just debating cutting the bridge down.
What's an eagle's grapple check?
As this is happening, Sacronis looks to you both. Would you like to me to take you, or do you have your own way across?
I mean, I'm pretty heavy with plate armor on, so I'll just walk across.
If you're heavy, I do not suggest the bridge, and kind of looks you over. I could carry you.
No, you could carry me. I mean, now just how far is the distance between the bridge? I mean,
Why
can I
don't you
get
go ahead and
across?
take him?
Okay.
I'll wait. And then you can come back for me. That way, if he's too heavy for you to carry both of us, you at least get him over. And then me.
Well, I can fly. But yeah, my magic's not working today. It's being weird, and you should carry me across.
Lucy just like
Good.
kicks him in the leg.
I was about to be like, I expended a 4th level spell slot for this. You get Princess carried over this bridge, or so help me God.
That's why Lucy was
Uh.
wanting to go over with Rollins, so he would have to carry him alone.
All right. Um.
Yeah, I don't have a god, so sometimes my magic doesn't always work.
Right. Well, makes perfect sense.
You,
Right, and I don't have
And
Featherfall today, so you should definitely go with him.
yes, be careful. Rather safe than sorry. Correct. Right. He kind of bends down a bit, and he just picks you up. Uh, like it's nothing, even with plate armor. Um, and how would you like him, like Princess Scary, just holding you against him, like you choose.
Combat carry.
full on Princess Carrie
Yeah.
cross. Call up
Y-
to him.
yeah, he's princess carrying you, and you feel him take off, and the really like large and strong wings that are meant to carry his own weight, but also carrying you, um, as he makes his way through the mist with you. Um, it's about 200 feet, so there's maybe like a minute of just you guys traveling. Uh, he just looks down to you with like a grin as he makes his way to the other side and does a very graceful landing as well, and lets you down gently.
Well, that was thrilling and exciting. I'm glad my magic just didn't work for that whole minute we were flying. I feel invigorated now.
I'm glad. Think of it as a parting gift.
Whew. We'll see each other again.
Hopefully. But I should get your friend over there, so I'll be back.
All
And
right. My address is
he
in your pocket, in your
I
robes, too.
know.
3 of your books.
Oh, wonderful. And he takes off again and makes his way to you, Lucy. And you see, he's kind of been chuckling. He has a smile on his face. Ready? You're muted, honey.
Yes, let's go.
All right. And he, even easier than Milo, he just picks you up like nothing, and just flies you across and sets you down very gently, uh, at the other end, and looks to you all. Well, fated meeting or not, I'm glad to have met you. Uh, good luck on your travels, and and I'll see you soon, I suppose.
Bye.
Bye. And he takes off one more time and disappears into the mist.
Right.
You are left you are left on the other side. It is solid ground. You are in a very it is a almost a carved out path between these craggy rocks at each side, but you are there. There doesn't seem to be any foliage or anything, just a rock path and crags.
Right, so it looks like we follow the path this way.
All right, to the giant crater where gods once fought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. And Royal will just start running ahead.
Royal, don't.
Not too far.
It's fine.
If he gets eaten, is that on me?
No,
Okay.
No. We'll back
there's
you up
a
on this
liability clause
one.
in your contract. If you don't see it happen,
Are the rest of you just running straight through or going down stealthily?
Stealthily.
stealthily.
Uh,
Royal doesn't stealth. He charges ahead.
okay. So please roll me a group stealth check. Not including Royal.
It's just an automatic fail, regardless.
Yeah.
17 for Lucy.
18 for Rollin.
14 for Milo.
For Rollin?
18.
18. Okay. Overall, the average is pretty well. So you're all able to. There's still mist here, so you're able to kind of hide in the mist that's clinging to the sides of the path, and make your way through. Royal, you are just heading straight down the path. Loud footsteps, and as you're making it towards the end of this path, you start seeing dead trees. Um, Weirdly enough, some of them look like they might have faces. You're not sure. And if you didn't know better, they're moving, right?
Hmm. Are these faces like carved in, or do they look like they're growing into the trees?
They're not carved in. They are part of the tree. If you look at it, you're like, no, that's just the patterning, right? That's not an actual
Mhm.
face, right?
Can I make a survival check?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to suss out these trees. I want to see just the likelihood of them going all Evil Dead on me.
Sure, go make a survival check.
Okay, +4, 14.
You're pretty sure they're just trees.
Okay. Royal will continue down the path singing a halfling drinking song.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, hey, friends, the coast looks clear.
Silence.
Watch out for these trees. They're kind of creepy.
As you make your way through, not stealthy at all, you start hearing creaking, like wood, as you start seeing more shapes move slightly through the mist.
Okay. we're bookending this adventure. It starts with mysterious shadows attacking Royal, ends with mysterious shadows attacking Royal, but this time I think he's a little wiser. So he's getting his sword out ahead of time.
Okay. You're getting your sword out ahead of time.
Oh, and okay, this might work. He's going to take off his hat of vermin, shake out a rat, and then throw it where he sees the shadows moving.
You do that, and the last thing you hear is a cut off squeak. As from these shadows, you see what you thought were shapes of trees. Their branches start moving and undulating, and you see these branch and tree like vine these roots and vine like appendages just come out and lash at you, and that's where we'll leave it off for today. I know we're ending a little early, but that seems like a great cutoff point.
Sounds good.
These trees seem to have forgotten something.
Yes.
Royal is a carpenter.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Fucking up wood is what he does.
That is true. So, you're at advantage here. But thank you so much for everybody that stuck around, anybody that came to watch. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. With starting off with a fight, apparently, and we'll do a quick little outros. We'll end with our lovely host. She has a few words for us. But we're not really going to tell you about us. You got our names, you got our apps on the screen. You can look us up. What we are going to do is we're going to tell you our name and a charity we champion. I'm going to start off first. My name is Satan, and today I am championing. Today, like many other days, I am championing the Loveland Foundation. The Loveland Foundation is a therapy fund that works exclusively to bring free therapy to Black women and girls. They partner with services like Therapy for Black Girls, National Queer and Trans Therapists of Color Network, Talkspace, and Open Path Collective. Um, the recipients of this fund will have access to a comprehensive list of mental health professionals across the country that provide high quality and culturally competent services to these Black women and girls. So every time you donate, you're adding to the fund for a recipient to get free mental health care, which is very important, especially in these times. As well, any of the charities that we speak about here, if you donate anywhere from $5 to $10 to them and show us a screenshot of that, a receipt, and you tag our dear host, the Hype Goblin, Sarah, on it on Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, you can send that as well. We can work together in creating an NPC of your own. Our dear Y Scott did that, and they have a Tabaxi information dealer that we met a few sessions ago, and will come back. Your NPCs will be constant and important. Um, so yeah, if you show us that donation, we can talk and make an NPC that you wish. You can pick their name, their race, their gender, their class, everything. But that's enough about that. Let's start with the same order. RJ, who are you and what charity are you championing?
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ, your resident healer. Not doctor. Not a doctor. Today I'm championing the Black Visions Collective, which is a Black, trans, and queer led organization that is committed to dismantling systems of oppression and violence. You know, I don't have anything snarky to say this week. I should really get like a list and then just roll on it.
That's fine. Next it is Jen.
Hi, hi, wait, yes. Hi, I'm Jen. I will be championing the Bail Project. It is a nonprofit organization that combats mass incarceration by disrupting the money bail system. They work on the presumption of innocence, reuniting families, and to challenge a system that criminalizes race and poverty. They are on a mission solely to end the cash bail system and create a more just and equitable and human pre-trial system.
Thank you for that. And all the links to these charities will be in the chat, as our lovely producer has put them there for ease of use. And next, our lovely, lovely guest, Saucefire.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Sauce. And today I'm going to champion Child's Play charity. Since 2003, they've been providing children with toys and games in over 185 hospitals worldwide. Really good charity. I've seen it firsthand, just the kind of improvements they can make to child's lives. And you can check them out at childsplaycharity.org.
Thank you for that. And last but certainly not least, our lovely host and producer, a person, as we all know, this game is made possible by everybody here, but one of the persons that has taken on helping produce this show with me is our lovely Sarah from this channel, and she's amazing.
Thanks. I try. Hey guys. If you're new to the channel, I know we had some new people come in today. Welcome. My name's Sarah. I continuously raise money via this channel for the Trevor Project. They provide crisis and counseling support to LGBTQ IA plus youth in the U.S. and I believe they have some worldwide programs as well now. This through the show, we've consistently raised money for the last couple months, and it's been a very exciting thing for me to do. And with moving the channel overall to a charity channel, it has been a incredibly rewarding experience. I've met so many cool people. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's on this journey with me, all of our viewers, everyone at this table, everyone at our upcoming mass table. It's been so great to just have a very inclusive and loving community. You can now get your pronouns in our chat. If you go down to my About Me section, you can set that up. If you didn't have them today on chat, you can get them for next week. It's available in both Chrome and Firefox. And the directions are down below in the About Me section. If you would like to make donations to any of the charities, as Satan mentioned earlier, we do offer that you can make a NPC in this game if you make a $5 to $10 donation. And if you'd like to affect our game, everything that you give via bits, subs, that all goes to charity. So thanks, guys. Thanks for helping me make a difference in the world. And as always, you have your minimum requirements for the day. Go drink some water. Coffee does not count. Raise energy does not count. Use code MATA at checkout. Go eat a healthy snack or meal. Tell someone you love them today. And I know there's a fourth one, but my brain is broken.
We love you.
And we love you.
We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Okay, we're going to go raid GB now. Maybe. Gosh, it's broken. Everything's
no.
broken. We're
What
going to
have
go
we
raid
done?
Graybeard's Tavern. Hang on.
You got this.
I got
believe in
this.
you.
Okay, everyone, stick around. We're going to go see GB. He's playing
Bye.
Griftlands. Let's go check it out.
Ooh.
Bye.